Hi, this is Matt with Professional Results Piano Tuning and Repair, and I've got an action here that is sluggish. I've actually done most of the work already, but as you can see, these hammers don't want to return. Pretty sluggish, and you're not going to be able to play with them acting like this. So I've done the rest of these here, and we're going to go over today what we can do to get this issue resolved. So first of all, what we're going to do is come down here and take the whipping off. I'm going to go ahead and pull this screw out. Pull that screw out, and then we're going to go over to this other side over here. And we're going to remove the bridle strap. We want to make sure that we're careful because, well, especially on older pianos, these can get dry rotted and crack and break. And so you can actually break these pulling them off. So you want to be careful when you pull it off. Check it before you do. And then I'm going to set this over here, and we're going to remove the hammer. Now when we remove the hammer, we want to be careful up above, and I'll show you in just a second the butt springs for the hammer that I'm going to maneuver around here and then let you see in just a second. Okay, if you want to look down in there, you can see the little metal springs moving in here that we want to make sure we don't bend when we take the hammer in and out. Alright, so now I've got the whipping out and I've got the hammer out, and we're going to use this mixture right here of graphite, it's alcohol and graphite, for a lubricant for this wood. And I'm going to take a little bit. And right here on the flange, this is what our problem is. You can see how stiff that is. It should move freely. So basically, because of debris, older pianos can have this issue. Also from humidity and temperature changes, the wood can swell. So I'm just putting some graphite in all the little spots of the flange, and then I'm going to move it around to get it freed up. And I'll do this for, I don't know, 25-30 seconds and get the hammer freed up. And then we're going to do the same thing to the whipping flange and the jack flange. And now that's moving a lot better. Sometimes I'll have to put in a little extra if I feel like it's kind of stiff. I might even put a little bit more in. So let's get this. We'll get the whipping and the jack flange. So here's the jack flange. You can see that's pretty stiff. It's not wanting to return very fast. And then of course the whipping flange, and it's really stiff, which just means the parts aren't going to move freely. And dropped a little too much there. And the piano's not going to function properly and react the way you want it to. So I'm just going to put some in both flanges here. And then I'm going to just kind of get them moving. If there is debris in there, the alcohol, basically what that does is the alcohol gets in there, puts the graphite where you need it, and then the alcohol dries up and leaves the graphite. And that's the slick lubricant that you need with these wood parts. That's moving pretty well, and you can see that jack came off the spring. It's moving so free. Alright, so we got both of these done. This over here is actually one that is the next part that's going to go in. So I'm going to take these, we're going to set these to the side. We'll do later. First we're going to put the hammer on. And just like before when we took it out, we want to be careful of these butt springs down in here. We don't want to bend those. So we're going to put the hammer in sideways, turn it around, let it hang for a second while I get my screw. And I use this magnetic screwdriver, which really helps. This might be hard to see, but we're going to go down inside the action and we're going to screw the hammer in. if I can get this to cooperate. I'm just not wanting to. There we go. Yeah, it's when all else fails, restart. Not very good magnetic screwdriver. Okay. Put that in. The hammer will straighten up as you tighten it. There's little grooves in there that it fits in. It only goes in one way. Tighten that. And then I'm going to put the, might be hard to see, I'm going to put the butt spring in place. You can see the two springs there. I'm just going to, it's hard to see, I know. You can see this spring right here. I'm just going to put it in place. There we go. And alright, then we're going to put the whipping back in and finish the assembly on this key. It's moving freely. You want to be careful with this, with the jack too. The jack actually needs to fit inside, and it needs to go up under the hammer, but not too close to the bottom of the hammer, or it'll get stuck. So I'm going to put that in. I'm going to come around here, and we're going to put this screw in. Now you want to be careful. You can see the spoon right here. The screw itself actually, or the spoon gets in the way of the screw when I start screwing this in. So what I've found to be the best thing to do is put the screw in, and then once I put pressure on and start turning it, I'm going to let go of the whipping. And then that kind of gives it room to wiggle a little bit, and the screw will actually clear the spoon as I'm tightening it in. And just like the hammer, it will straighten up because it's grooved, both the flange and the rail it connects to. There we go. Now we're going to go back and set the jack and put the bridle strap on, and we'll be done with this piece. So what I like to do is just press down on the jack to pull it out a little bit. Then I'm going to grab the bridle strap. We're going to pull that and stick it back on. And now, as you can see, that hammer is moving freely. So, like I said, I did the rest of these earlier. This is the last bit. I just have these 3 plus that, so 4 left. And we'll be able to put it back in the piano and maybe make a few adjustments and be playing the piano again. So thanks for watching. Matt with Professional Results Piano Tuning and Repair, and have a good day.